Today you're going to learn how to make a capital cursive A and a capital cursive O. So the nice thing about capital cursive A is that it's formed the exact same way as a lowercase cursive a. It's just that it's a tall letter instead of a short letter. So if I were to draw the dotted lines so that you could see the top line and the middle line and the bottom line, you'll be able to see here how the capital cursive A looks. So I start at the very top, I come down and around, back up to the top, and I make a hook. And that's just a capital cursive A. Pretty simple. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Since you already know how to form it, it's just that it's taller than the lowercase a. Starting here at the top, down and around, back up, and make a hook. Pretty easy. Practice a few of those on your board so you feel comfortable with them. And then we will be moving on to O in a minute. But I want to show you how to form a word that you're going to be writing in your handwriting journal today. Because now that you know how to do all of the lowercase letters, your cursive pages are going to include words that you have to write. You'll have to write the whole word in cursive. So I'm going to show you how that would look. So I'm going to draw another line down here. And after I do this word, you may want to try it on your dry erase board so that before you do it on your handwriting journal, you feel more comfortable forming it. So the word is going to be Australia. And Australia is a continent. It's also a country in the southern part of the world. Very well known for koala bears and for kangaroos and for the Great Barrier Reef. So we're going to write the word Australia, and since Australia is a specific place, it needs to have a capital A. So capital A, U, S, T, R, A, L, I, A. Australia. Now I need to go back and cross my T and dot my I. Australia. Okay. A-U-S-T-R-A-L-I-A. Okay. Australia. You're going to get a chance to trace it and write that in your cursive journal today. So now let's move on. You can, if you need to pause the video first of all and you want to practice writing Australia on your board, you're welcome to do that. I am going to erase, and then we're going to try a capital O. This marker does not erase very well from my board. We'll have to make a better choice next time, the color that I use. Okay. And then I'm going to make two lines because I'm going to show you how to form the capital cursive O, and then I'm going to show you how to write a word that starts with the capital cursive O. So let's start with the capital cursive O just up here. Start at the top, come down and around, and this time I make a little loop there. So it's a little bit different than the lowercase o, because in a lowercase o, as you can see here, you don't really make a loop, you just make a hook. So that's capital O. I'm going to do another capital O, and you can try it with me. Just like that. Okay. Now, this time you're going to write another word. You're going to write the word Ontario. Ontario is the name of a city in Canada, and since it's a specific place, it needs to start with a capital letter. So Ontario, I'm going to spell it as I write it. Capital O. And you'll notice that many times the capital letters don't connect to the rest of the word. So in the case of the capital A, it did connect to the rest of the word, but in capital O, you make a capital O and then you write the rest of the word next to it, and it does not connect. So now the next letter is N, T, A R I O. Ontario. Now I'm going to cross my T and dot my I. Ontario. O-N-T-A-R-I-O. Ontario. Okay. So now we're going to get out our cursive journals and you're going to turn to page 15. Again, feel free to pause the video though and go back if you want to practice writing Ontario on your board a couple times before you use your handwriting journal. So, let's see here. Capital cursive A's, pretty simple. Keep in mind, boys and girls, that unfortunately, because of the way that you had to put these papers in your handwriting journal, some of the letters are getting cut off here. But since I'm forming them with you, when you write the word Australia, it's pretty easy to know that you're going to want to start with a capital A, and I'll do that as well. And when you write Ontario down here, you're going to start with a capital O, and I will also do the same thing. So trace these capital A's on your own, and then I'll show you how to do a few on the lines. Here's one. And I actually went a little below the line, and I should not have done that. So I always write in marker or like in a colored pen to make it easy for you to see, but this is just a good reminder as to why it's better to write in cursive and pencil so you can erase your mistakes and fix them. Please make more capital cursive A's along this line as well. And let's try writing the word Australia together. You don't have to trace this one since the A is cut off, but we do need to write our own word Australia here on the line. So I'm going to spell it with you as we write it. So capital A, U, S, oops, my S got messed up, T, hold on boys and girls, I apologize, my marker is not working. I'm going to switch to a different color and I'm going to start over, so I apologize for that. So A, capital A, U, S, T, R, A, L, I, A. Cross my T, dot my I. Australia. Capital A, U, S, T, R, A, L, I, A. And notice that I didn't pick my pen up the entire time except for when my marker went, my pen started to die. I went back and I wrote the whole word and then I crossed the T and dotted the I at the end. When you write cursive, you don't typically pick your pencil up as you write. Okay. So now we're going to do some capital cursive O's. Go back and trace these on your own later and watch how I form it. We'll do one more. Okay. Finish these. Do this line as well. And then we're going to write the word Ontario on this line, starting with a capital O. Capital O. N. T. A. R. I, O. Now I go back, I cross my T, and I dot my I. O-N-T-A-R-I-O. Ontario. Remember that you do not need to do this last part at the bottom. Go ahead and turn your cursive handwriting journal into the ledge under the whiteboard when you are finished with it.